Hello everyone. Hello. SOG, yes my brother. Oh, that was cold in here. Oh, Rebecca Newton, hello darling. Aussie, yes mate. Hello everybody. So, exciting times. We've got Gareth coming on, which I'm excited about. Looking forward to Gareth coming on. If anyone doesn't know, me and Gareth had a fight on Saturday. So yeah, I'm looking forward to him coming on. Just try and get up the chat. Yes, Kane, hope you're well, brother. Chocolate Dobby, Smoking Sheriff, yes, mate. Daz Johnson. Hello, everybody. It's freezing, yeah, it's fucking cold in here. Matt, hello, brother. Matt Legg. If you don't already follow Matt Legg, go give him a follow. His content's unbelievable. Aussie, he was a big lad, mate. He was a big lad. Taki, thank you very much, mate. Yeah, so we've got Gareth coming on. The reason why I asked Gareth to come on was because I fell in love with his personality up to this fight. You know, I seen Gareth talking on a podcast. I swapped a few messages with him. Become really friendly with his coach, Naf. I think Naf's his coach. Anyway, Naf was in his corner. Become really friendly with his coach, Naf. And then one of the other reasons as well was that I seen Gareth. I seen Gareth on a podcast talking, and such a down to earth guy. Yeah, just a lovely lad. And the fact that I got to fight him, you know, I'd just like to know a bit more about him. I want to get him out there. You know, if there's any questions you guys want to ask, and I just want to know about, you know, what his plans were this fight, how his training camp went, and what you know, a little bit about him. You know, just want to know a little bit about him and what he's got, what's on the cards next for Gareth. So hopefully he'll be on soon. Yeah. Matt Legg's content is the dog's bollocks. I agree, mate. I agree. His content's unbelievable. Let's go through a few of the comments till Gareth gets on. Clive, good evening, mates. Honestly, I'm absolutely molten here. It's crazy cold. I'm not in the house, I'm in the bar. We have a bar. Well, the wife has a bar, so we're sat in the bar. Yes, Davey Lee. Hope you're well, brother. Matt Legg getting a lot of love in the chat, rightly so. Oh, look at that. Big Daddy's in the house. Yes, Papa. Love you, Dad. Skin dog. Remember, Skinny, there's a dollar button in there in the bottom, mate, if you want to press it. Don't be sending your 99 pences either. See you in the gym, kidder. When's the next scrap? So the next scrap for me is probably going to be June. I'm torn between whether I want to fight again gloved in between June, you know, because I come out the fight relatively unscathed. Luckily for me, because let me tell you something, Gareth carried a lot of power and he brought the fight to me and he tried to put it on me. So yeah, fair play to him. She loves the blue wicket. She does, Rebecca. She does. But I was thinking if there's any local events on the local shows, I am talking to a promoter now. He's got a fight on he's got a show on in 3 weeks. So I'm thinking about trying to get matched up on that and jumping on that. Gloved. It'll be a gloved fight. Just to get the rounds in and get me ready for June. If anyone doesn't know, I'm fighting for the BKFC in June, which is going to be bare knuckle, which I'm excited about. I do have an opponent. Yeah, car movers. Please don't mention his name in here. I'm honestly, I'm getting sick to death of people talking about him and asking me questions about him. So if you don't mind, mate, please don't mention his name. I'm really not interested in talking about him any more than they already have. John Lee Craig, thank you very much, mate. Robbie R, thank you for the super chat, mate. Thank you very much, mate. When are the tickets on sale for the BKFC? The tickets will probably go on sale. The tickets will probably go on sale when the contracts are signed, I'd imagine. Because I know who I'm fighting. I've got the opponent. I have an opponent. But we are just waiting to put pen to paper, sign the deal. Because I'm going to let you in with something now. The opponents have changed. You know, from when I first decided to fight for the BKFC. You know, I told them I was going to drop down the cruiserweight. We had an opponent, then we had another one, then we had another one, and they just keep changing. So yeah. Yes, my brother. Paul, if you have time, will you? Sorry, YGB, will you put your comment in again, mate, so I can see it, mate, please, if you don't mind. Quick question, Paul. Before Gareth comes on, someone who also has autistic 5-year-old, does your daughter also suffer with eyesight problems? No, she doesn't, mate. Not that I know of. I don't think so. I think we've had eye tests, and yeah, she doesn't suffer with. Oh, yes, big man, he is. How do I? Gareth, can you hear me, mate?
Yeah. Can you hear me?
Oh, you're a bit quiet. 2 seconds at the time.
Turn it up a bit. Is that better?
Yeah, I think it's my phone, mate. I think it's my phone shit. How are you doing, big man?
I'm not too bad yourself. Are you good?
I'm good, mate. I'm good. What a pleasure it is to have you on, mate. I'm buzzing that you agreed to come on, mate, because yeah, I was just saying there, one of the reasons why I wanted you on, Gareth, was without sounding a bit gay, I fell in love with your personality, mate, and the way you carry yourself and how you wear, mate. And I watched you on a podcast, and I just thought, wow, what a guy. You know, dead down to earth. What you see is what you get. No hatred or anger towards you or anything like that. No, like, it was just dead respectful and friendly, mate. And I always have been like that with my opponents, but for some reason, Gareth, I took a shining to you, mate, and I was it was a pleasure to share the ring with you. So the reason why I wanted you to come on, mate, is just so people to get to know you, and then people can get to know you, and then we can slowly talk about our fight and how the training went and how the fight went. Get your take on it, mate. So you want to tell us a little bit about yourself, Gareth? Where'd you come from, and how life's been over the last few years and whatnot?
Yeah, so like I've been from the sunny town of Bolton, like you know what I mean, a few people are down here from the fight scene. But yeah, the fight scene started. I started with obviously Andrew Batewell and everything else, and that you know very well. I started with him and that and stuff, and I just got lured into it. It was just basically my fitness, really.
Bakewell mentioned something that you were involved in their gym and you were training with them.
I fought in his first ever show on one of his shows on BBFA on Total Line Series, which was an American brand. I fought on that for my first ever fight for a bare knuckle, and I won that fight. So yeah, and that's where I started off. But I went there for a charity MMA match originally, just like one of these white collar things.
Yeah.
And so somehow Baylor lured me into the bare knuckle scene. Like, but
you got to get to the grab bit. Well, Annie, when it comes to talking you into fucking signing contracts and getting in the bare knuckle, yeah, he did it.
Yeah. Respect to Baylor. Another thing, it kept me out of the pubs and kept me on a straight line as well. Like I said, I got into a couple of 6 years before I met Mrs. When I came out of the army, I was a bit of a nuisance and trouble and all that. So it kept me straight and levelled and kept me out of the trouble, keep me out of the pubs all the time and stuff like that. So yeah, from that point of view, that's where I just took it on and everything else, and that did a couple of fights, had a break, you know what I mean? As you know, I think kids and all that, I'm working on top of it all, it can be a bit knackering and stressful.
Yeah. Listen, mate. What? So you went? How long were you in the army for, Gareth? When did you join the? When did you go?
I joined when I was 16. Like people, but like as you said, you don't believe it. I'm 40-year-old, so I joined when I was 16 when I left school. So I was in there for 12 years. So I was there for a long time.
Bloody hell. Did you enjoy it? Or what was the crack?
I did, and I did. It wasn't like, it might have changed now from what I mean, but it wasn't the crack what you seen on TV and all that stuff. And that it was a bit of a shambles, and there was a bit of bullying going on. There was a bit of this and all that stuff. I think I really basically did it when I left school. I was a bit of a shithead. I had no qualifications, and my family was in the army. The other thing I did like about the army, it taught me discipline. You know what I mean? It taught me to look after myself, and like I'm very organised, like at home, and OCD, cleaning, making sure things are organised. You know what I mean, and stuff like that. And so that is one thing I took away from it. You know what I mean, and stuff, which is I'm very clever at, sort of thing. But,
Mate, do you know what, mate? I can relate to loads of it when you're talking about, the discipline and the OCD, because, fortunately, I never ended up going into like anything like that. I went through the prison system and getting sectioned, and I ended up down the bad roads, drugs and crime, and I did all that, mate. I suppose, a lot of my friends went joined the army and stuff like that to save them from the type of lifestyle that I fell into, and they all say the same thing. It was hard. It was a lot of bullying. There's a big clique in there. It's hard work, isn't it?
It's definitely a big clique in there as well, and sort of thing. It was good. You got to see the world and travel around a bit and stuff. And like I said, some people love it, some people don't. A part of me misses it, but part of me don't miss it because the family life and the kids and all that stuff. But like I said, from there, then after that, I've worked in security all my life near enough, like close protection, dog handler. You know what I mean? I've looked after celebrities and all that as well on top of it all. So I've been around security a long time now.
Is that what you're doing now? Gareth? Is that what you're doing now, security?
Well, yeah, I've just finished a contract of being a dog handler, yes. But I do security on like call-outs and other like for things, for sites and for doors or events or something like, you know what I mean? If someone needs me, because like you said, that I'm very humble. I'm not one of, I always turn up smart, suited and booted, looking presentable, which stops the conflict at the door straight away, you know what I mean? It's one of them progress sort of things.
Yeah. Just while I've got you here, just while it's on my mind, now, what's your fight? How many fights have you had, Gareth? How many bare knuckle fights have you had?
So 1, 2, 6.
6. And am I right in saying you've lost 2?
I've lost 3 now with you. Well, yours weren't bare knuckle, so I've lost 2 bare knuckle, 2 bare knuckle.
We won't count that. You're a bare knuckle boxer and yada yada yada. We won't count that.
Very well. I found it very weird, like obviously because I thought bare knuckle and fighting gloves. It felt strange, sort of thing as well. Like where I was putting the power down into you and everything else, like your faces would have been cut and stuff like that. And then I found out when you hit me with the gloves, it was a big difference in hitness compared to being hit with a knuckle, which normally a knuckle you can just shake off, sort of thing. The glove was like being hit with a wet football, when you were in schoolyard. You get that spank in your face and that sting, sort of thing. So there was a big difference in the hitting, which I wasn't used to really.
Yeah, it is one of the reasons why I asked you to come on as well. There's someone here. I mean, my pal, he's having a laugh and a joke here, but that comment there, definitely a fixed fight. Well, we got a lot of stick for the fight being fixed and you're taking a dive.
There was no fixed fight in it. There was definitely no fixed fight in it. You know what I mean? You caught me with a really good hook. Like literally, when you got me that first time, I went fuzzy in my left hand side. I shook it off a bit. When you caught me the second time again with that hook, I was literally seeing like big giant watsits inside the corner of my eye. You know what I mean? So, you know what I mean? You got me with 2 good quality hooks.
Getting on to the fight now, Gareth. What was your game plan? How was training camp? Do you know what I mean? Like when you got this fight. Actually, we'll go from there. So when you took this fight, Gareth, did you know anything about me and my record or anything like that?
To be honest, no offense to you, I didn't know a fucking bang. I didn't know a thing. Not a thing. You know what I mean? Only I knew afterwards when people started messaging me going, "You're a brave bastard." I'm like, what? You know what I mean? And then I found out about your record and you're all KOs. I'm like, I'm not going to lie to you. My head was like, I thought, I'm not backing out though. I took the fight. You know what I mean? Other people were saying it and they all backed out. I thought, I'll stand my ground. You know what I mean? I'd rather have a tougher challenge than somebody that's nobody. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So yeah, and then when I found out, don't get me wrong, I was a little bit anxious, but the anxious helps you want to win it more and dig down in deeper. You know what I mean?
1,000,000%, mate. Listen, I felt the same, Joe. Like, it was my first fight back. I'd studied you. Like, I'd be a fool not to. You know, I watched your fights. You know, your range and your height. How tall are you, by the way, Gareth? Am I right in saying 6'7", 6'6", 6'7"?
6'7", yeah.
Well, that, to be fair, mate. Look, I'll be honest as I possibly can. You know, I was so grateful that you took the fight. You know, there was a lot of people that I was talking about, you know, reaching out to, asking if they wanted this fight. You know, I was reaching out to a few people who were active, and they were all saying, yeah. And but in private, they didn't want it. They were pricing themselves out of the fight. They were asking for unrealistic money, you know, unrealistic deals. It wasn't. They didn't want the fight, you know. So when you, again as well, how did you hear about this fight? I can't remember. I don't know. You took this fight.
It was a Street Beast, the first original fight, and someone wanted me to fight that Dorman P.
Right, yeah.
And they messaged me about fighting that Dorman P, and I replied saying, like, I'm not, like, no offence, it's his first fight, I don't fancy really getting in there with him, you know what I mean? I've had a few fights, it's not a bit fair. So, because I'm a humble guy, I'm not going to go in just to try and embarrass somebody, it's just not in my blood to do that.
Yeah.
So that was it. And then I would just be honest with you, I was watching the page, and I just seen that you're fighting. And a million years, mate, I never thought I'd be someone to get back to. I just put what weight, and next minute I was, would you be interested? And obviously the discussion got to, and we agreed to fight. So and then he just went from there.
Massive respect for that, mate. Because yeah, listen, like I was saying there, you know, when you took this fight and they sent me your details, and I accepted the fight straight away as well, like, because I was just eager to get in there. I wanted, like, to be fair, mate. Look, if it never went my way, I'd have been the first to shake your hand, and I've admitted, because it's been a long time since I fought. I just wanted to test myself. I wanted to see if I've still got it, if I've still got the minerals, you know. And I'm not going to lie, I was fucking extremely nervous, like, nervous than I've ever been before in my life, you know, especially fight week. You know, your height, your weight, your reach, everything was coming in a factor in my brain, because I've always got nervous. Like, any fighter that says they don't get nervous, there's something wrong with them, you know. They're either mentally ill or they're just not asked. Do you know what I mean? It's where I've always got nervous, and I've had like over 30 odd fights, mate. Do you know what I mean? And every single fight I've been nervous. But when I was active, them nerves sort of settled. They only come on fight day. But this time around, fucking hell, I was struggling. Like, all week I was struggling. You know, I knew I had the ability to beat you, and I knew I was kind of a better, like, well, I knew I was a better fighter than you. But I just thought, you're active, you're big, you're strong. Fuck me, you know, the nerves were crazy. They were absolutely crazy, mate. But even this, I'm going to be honest with you as well. Even the stare down, mate. I don't know if you noticed, I was quite nervous at the stare down with you as well.
A lot of people messaged me saying you looked a bit like nervous, like I got to you a little bit. But I thought, like, you know, be honest with you, I thought he's not seen me in real life, and then when I do get in front of him, I thought he's going to think, "Fucking hell, is this massive guy in front of me?"
Exactly. You know what I mean? Listen, I'm not afraid to admit, mate, that's exactly what I thought. But listen, I've fought big men all my life. Do you know what I mean? I mean, I think you're the second biggest man I've ever fought. I fought a lad called Carl Hewitt. He was 6'8". Yeah. And I think I was nervous as well because I couldn't kick. Like, my background came on kickboxing, Muay Thai, you know, and take away the kicking from me. You know, I knew I was always. I mean, I worked hard to box and to get that, you know, that stance and that movement right for a big man like yourself. But fuck me, you took me by surprise. I wasn't expecting you to come flat. I was expecting you to try and keep me at reach, take your time. I mean, was that your plans, just to come flying at me?
Well, plan was thinking of that, you know, jab, move around, keep you at reach. But then I spoke to a few other bare knuckle boxers and that, and they always like to me, just go straight in. He's not going to expect you to come straight in, and you got the power behind you to come behind. You know what I mean? And that's just where it came from. Because like, when I won my title, I didn't play off it. I just went straight in with the power, and it won me my belt. When I've boxed, sometimes I lose to a counter attack. So, you know, like where it's your day. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because I have a break, but if I go in straight away with my size and dominance and put the power behind me, I can quite, you know what I mean? It can be over quite quick. So I just thought, like I seen you sparring with all these lads and Darren Till and other people and that and stuff. I just thought I need to put it on him quickly and just like pressure him to think, oh, fucking hell, he means business, you know what I mean? Sort of thing.
Yeah.
I thought if I give him a break, as I watched from your fingers, you like big right hooks and all that. And my biggest one was getting caught by a big right hook and being KO'd. And not going to lie, it was the KOing that was worrying me. I thought, I don't want to get KO'd. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I just thought, and that's where you got me when I slapped off. I'm like, you come at me from when I watched the fight. You've managed to get me. You come perfect. You hit my chin up with an uppercut, not hard, and then you just give me that big right hook. And I thought, you bastard. You know what I mean? I will watch it back. But yeah, I thought
I'll tell you now, mate. Listen, so I'd been thinking all week in my head, get the rounds in, take your time. Just box this kid, step off the center. That was what was going through my head all the time. And I thought, this guy's going to take his time and try and keep me out of reach. And when you come flying at me, and listen, and I'm not just saying this excuse me, I'm not just saying this, right, because you're there. Never felt your jab, but then you hit me with a right hand. It's right at the top of the head. I think you might have felt it. You hit me, you come right through my guard and hit me right at the top of the head. And I instantly, part of me knew, I thought, right, I can take them. But I was fucking so surprised how hard you hit. You know, I thought, and I don't mean no disrespect when I say this, Gareth, but because you're not technically sound, or like the way you throw your punches, not like a boxer would throw, you can tell you started late, but your game and you're powerful and you're big. Now I knew you had I knew you had attributes to bother me and to worry me. That was enough to worry me. I knew I was a better fighter than you, but I just thought, this is a big cunt. Now when you hit me with that right hand, and even when I watch it back in the video, it doesn't even look like anything. God damn, I felt it. I was thinking, Jesus, I felt my full head shake, you know, my full brain rattle, my full head shake. And when I looked at you like that, it was like a flash. Now, I've only ever been dropped once, and that was in sparring. I've never been shook. I've never been wobbled in any fight or flashed or shook. And I think it might be getting old now, but Jesus Christ, it fucking hit me right in the top of the head, and it flashed me. And I was like, fucking hell. And I instantly went, can take them, but I don't want to take no more. That's why I thought, fucking get on the foot, get him. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, mate, listen, and you know something as well. I thought, wow, I felt so uncomfortable whilst because I wanted to box. I had it in my head all week. I want to box. I want to step to the centre line. I want to try and show what I've been practicing. When you come flying at me, I instantly felt uncomfortable, and it's the first time I've ever experienced that, because I always walk forward. I always push the pace, and no matter how big and strong you are, I always feel like, you know, because I'm shorter and I've got that low centre of gravity, that Mike Tyson style. I feel like I'm a nightmare for the tall guys, because they'll always give me that space in that time and end up on the back foot. But what you did shocked me, and it made me feel really uncomfortable for as long as it lasted. It really did. And then as well, and I second that as well, your power was definitely there, mate. It was definitely something to fucking, you know, to recognise, mate, 100%.
Yeah, I say, because with the bare knuckling that normally you straight in first. That's like you want to get, like, you don't want, like, fair enough, BKFC the boxing a bit more entertainment, but in all the other things like the pits and all that we see and everything, it's first in straight away, because even if you cut them and all that, they start bleeding, you can win from that as well, you know what I mean? And you stun them and pressure them. So that was my plan, really, because when I watched some of your sparring videos, you still had your open guard a bit, you know, from doing your K1 fighting and stuff. So that's why the straight shots were coming at me, because I thought, but when I actually boxed you, you proper tense and clenched up and kept your hands close in. So I was trying to punch through that to get to you. You know what I mean?
See, bare knuckle as well. They're coming through that guard, and that's why. That's why
what I mean. Like, if they were knuckled and everything else, you come straight through that guard sort of thing. You slip through quicker. You know what I mean, and stuff like that. So yeah, there was definitely a big difference. And like, I hate when I spar with the lads in the spar. I spar with 16-ounce gloves and all that. I absolutely hate it. I'm like, let's just put some MMA gloves on, but no one will spar me with MMA gloves on.
Well, you know what, mate? That's something that me and you could probably work on, because I straight away, mate, we hit it off, and you know, I said to you straight away, you're a brother for life in me, mate. You and Naf, you know, I love the way you carry yourselves, love your personalities. I think, you know, I mean, big shout out to Naf, mate. I straight away messaged. My little girl was in hospital, and he reached out to me straight away, and that, you know, got me a message. His little girl got my little girl a gift, mate, and I thought, wow, you know, like. It was a humbling experience, and I absolutely loved it. You know, I think straight away afterward was, look, you've got a brother for life in me, mate, and I will definitely 100%. If you ever need any help through camp, any sparring, any training, you know, and you said the same to me as well, you know, come through and train. Now, again, you just touched it there. You know, you've got bare-knuckle experience and what it's like to take them punches and spar, even sparring with MMA gloves. You know, obviously I'd love to come through and do some training and, you know, get a bit of knowledge from you from the bare knuckle, and maybe
I think with me, it'd be good to get used to range with me and stuff like that, you know what I mean? Just in case you do get any tall fighters, because you go into cruiserweights. Cruiserweight do have a few tall fighters, don't they?
Yeah.
Weight size, so range wise would be good. But like I said, with me and Naf, like we're not all trained by pros, and we're pretty much self-taught. Me and Naf, we're together in the gym together, and we're just putting the work in ourselves, mornings, nights, and stuff like that. You know what I mean? When it suits around work, you know, working all that stuff.
But you worked hard in this time, because I was following you, I was watching you, and when I was watching you, you think he's got 2 sessions yet. Right, I'm going for a run. You know, I was doing that.
It was more, I worked more on cardio this year, because like all my other fights sometimes were a bit more overweighted. But then I did a cut last year because I got into bodybuilding. And I went down to 95 kg and everything else, and that I weren't planning on fighting again then and stuff. And then like I was just sat back, and everybody's like, people mind me all the time, come on guys, do you want to fight? 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 And I'm like, no. And then obviously I come into your fight, and I thought, you know what, he's got a good name and everything else, and it's a risk taker for me. You know, I like the scarier fights. I don't want an easy fight. I've had people say, oh, we'll make you win, and I don't want them. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Fair play to you, mate. That's for honestly, mate. That's what. Do you know what, mate? I said it. I think I said it before you come on. When I watched, and I said it at the beginning anyway. When I stumbled across that podcast that you were talking and that, and you know, and you were so open and honest and stuff like that, and I thought, wow. And I was listening to it, mate. And again, without sounding gay, like I instantly fell in love with your personality. You know, I see, like I could relate to some of the stuff you were talking about. You know, and I started following you on Instagram, and I was like, now this man's just an out and out family man. You know.
Yeah, I don't like that. I know some people will use social media for the lifestyle and that, but it's not for me. You know what I mean? The fight, honest to God, is to scare me, to give me life in me. You know what I mean? So I'm 40-year-old, and I'm thinking, I need something. You got to do something that scares you. And stepping in front of a ring with someone else who's trained to fight you. Scared. If you're not scared, there's something wrong. You know what I mean? But the joy of it. I says this to a couple of my pals and stuff like that. Like, you never feel more alive. You know, that ring walkout is probably the most best feeling you'll ever have in your life.
I agree. And even that, you know, like when we finish the fight, win, lose or draw, to see that you're all like, because you know yourself, mate, when we're fighting, it's do or die. You know, I've got killing man. Do you know what I mean? It's either him or me. You know, I respect this man. I've got no issues with this man, but I'm gonna fucking kill him. Do you know what I mean? Because I don't want to fucking die. You know, because you know yourself, mate. Like it only takes one shot. You either get knocked out, or you possibly end your life. You know, and I know you're a big strong man. You know that I'm a big strong man, and you're thinking, this is him or me here. Do you know what I mean? And when you both survive that, you know, that's why you embrace it. You know, every single opponent I've ever had, I've always embraced it. I've always, even if I never liked them, I've always had my hand out. I've always cuddled them, and I've always said, look, respect, like fucking well done, mate, because we get to go home to our families now after this. Do you know what I mean? Going to war, having a bang out, and then just being grateful that we both survived it and we're both all right. Do you know what I mean? It's fucking massive.
Like when I've come on once before in the bare knuckle, and my face is all a mess, and my little girl's like, right, you know what I mean? You got to sit there and think about them as well, seeing it all and stuff like that.
Yeah. How old is she?
She's 3. She's 3-year-old, yeah. So, and then same again though. Obviously, you know, your partners, they at the ring, you know, they look part calm, they're stressed out to the match, drinking and stuff like that. Worried that something's going to go wrong as well or something like that, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, my missus spoke highly about your missus, and my sister as well. My sister met your missus.
Yeah, well, I've just seen. I'm going to send you some pictures. I've got my missus and your sisters together and stuff like that, and pictures. They had some pictures put together and stuff like that. So it was like these people said, it was definitely like you definitely caught me with some big right hooks. I was seeing 5 of you when you walked off on that first one. Yeah, I mean, right. I literally got down to me and I was like, wow, like where's that cuss come from in my head? And I'm looking at corner man, and just all fuzzy, and just seeing like 5 of you walking off at your feet, and it's like, wow. I thought, I'm not giving up yet, and I got up. And we had to go again. I give it a good go again. And again, I fell for that right. Obviously, I'm dropping my left hand, and you've got me again with right. And I got down, and then literally it went like half an eye just went fuzzy. I went, when he looked at it, she went, your eyeball's swollen. I was like, yeah. I think if I could take another one there, it could be dangerous.
Yeah. Right. Well, mate, do you know what, mate? Like, I can't believe there was people out there accusing us of being a fix. That's why I got 2 angles. So I put the main fight on the main angle, the main camera guy who got all the footage, and I thought it looked fantastic. I thought we both looked good. I thought for as long as it lasted, it was a war. Do you know what I mean?
I've seen all the comments of people saying, like, you know what I mean, you both went through it a bit. Like, it's like they're all saying, like, I know, oh, he's not technical. And I'm not a technical fighter. I've never said I'm a pro boxer or anything like that. I'm just getting to get in that ring and I'll give you a go as hard as I can. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well, you know what I mean? That's
but
one thing.
Gareth, I said that from day one. I said that, look, this guy's not the most technically fucking sound guys. But I noticed that you've got balls of steel, you're getting in there and you're giving it your all, do you know what I mean? And even the one or two of the fights that I seen you lose, you know, you were in control, you were winning, you know, especially against
I get too involved in contacts. Yeah, like that French banking one I'd love to have again. I would one fight I'd love to take again, that one.
I can imagine it was a tough pill to swallow, that, mate, because you were bossing
his head, like jabbing his head off, and I got cocky at the end and I got caught. You know what I mean? So it's one, and then he brought another guy over when I won my title too, and then we watched some videos of him, but we underestimated it, and he was making me chase him around the ring, which was frustrating. Even refs like, come on, fight, and eventually he counter-attacked me and got me, like my nose got broke. But literally the stoppages are like through cuts or broken noses, like sort of thing. I'm still, no offense to you, but I'm not been KO'd.
Yeah. Well, mate, you know what, mate? I was glad that we both come out with it unscathed and fucking, you know, I was glad we both come out with unscathed and unmarked and shit like that, mate. And I mean, that's probably the beauty of wearing gloves, mate. But I am excited to fight bare knuckle and give it a test and see what
I can't wait to see you in action, mate. You're going to take people are going to be out with you, mate. Some of them people are going to really struggle with you.
You think I'll do well?
You're taking shots from me. You're taking shots from me in my power, and then you're coming out to cruiserweight. They ain't going to have the power I have, and you're walking at my shots. So, you know what I mean? I think it's going to be exciting to see you on there, mate.
I appreciate that, Gareth, mate, 100%. Listen, mate, I won't keep you any longer, mate. It's a massive, massive pleasure to have you on my channel, Gareth, mate. Listen, like I said, mate, I will definitely be making moves to travelling down, even if it's come down just to have a crack with you, grabbing some food, but we'll get some training done in. Oh, as well, do you think you'll fight on Street Beefs again? What do you think?
I was thinking about that. I'm like, yeah, I'm definitely when I be next show is I've been asked to fight at my local football stadium here in June, but that's a glove one. But I'm definitely interested in MMA glove one at your show again. Yeah, definitely. If you can
I think you should carry on, mate. I think you've got a lot to offer to the sport, mate. I think you've got balls of steel. I think putting me on my back foot and coming flying at me. Listen, again, I'm not the best fighter in the world, but I know it'll take a tough man in this country to beat me, and I don't think there's anyone who can do it, really, if I'm being honest, mate. But fair play you for jumping on my channel. Fair play for taking the fight and bringing it the way you did. You know, it made me feel very uncomfortable. You've got some serious power, and you know, if I was you, mate, I'd give this year a go. I'd just stay busy this year, mate, because you know, I think you could get a break. You know what I mean? I think you win a few fights. I think you're big and strong. And if you catch anyone on this planet, you've got enough power to give anyone trouble, mate.
Yeah, I appreciate that. You know what I mean? Like I said, I appreciate you taking the fight. You could have had a lot of names called out to you, but you took me on. So, you know what I mean? I give you the respect for giving me the opportunity to fight you. And you know what I mean? Top show, well looked at, you know what I mean, well presented. You know what I mean? Nothing but your team was presentable to me and everything else and stuff. Always knowledgeable and everything else, you know what I mean? So it was a pleasure to get in the ring and share it with you, man.
Thank you very much, mate. Listen, absolute pleasure, mate. You're a superstar, mate, and I appreciate you jumping on the channel. Maybe he's getting you on again in a couple of weeks, mate. We'll see where we're at, mate. But I'll definitely be keeping in contact, Gareth. You've got like I said, but you've got a friend and brother in life for me, mate. And I mean that, mate. God bless, mate, and thanks for jumping on, Gareth, mate.
No worries, mate. Have a good night.
Tremendous respect for you, mate. Send my love to the family, brother.
I will do, mate. See you.
Yeah, take care, brother. Bye-bye. What a guy. What we think, guys? What do we think? I think he's an outstanding guy. I think he's a lovely lad. Pleasure to have him on the channel. Pleasure to fight him. I think he's a good guy, and he's a good guy. Do you know what, as well, like, over the couple of weeks of building up to speaking to Gareth and, you know, staying in contact with him through Instagram and watching his story and watching it all unfold, you know, I was getting a little bit guilty, wanting to kill the lad, you know, because let's have it right, that's exactly what I wanted to do. You know, excuse me. You know, when you take a fight with a man who's that big, you know, and you're signing contracts and you're taking a fight, you've got to have that kill. You've got to be in kill mode. You know, you've got to understand that this man's wanting to kill you. This man's wanting to kill you. He's wanting to take your head off. You know, so you've got to have it in your mind that, you know, it's him or me. You know, do or die. You know, kill or be killed. You know, so to see us both come out healthy, unscathed, going home, you know, to our families is amazing. Is amazing. That's why I instantly wrapped my arms around him and I instantly told him, look, massive respect. You've got a friend and brother in me for life. You know, and him and his team were spot on. Top lads, top guys, amazing. Right, guys, before I jump off, anyone got any questions? Gareth seems a total gentleman. He gave a real go. He did. Like, I can't believe you know, people saying it was a fix, it was this, it was that. You know, it's absolutely crazy. JD, please don't mention his name again. Grown men chatting like Jesus. Right, see you later, Nidge. Goodbye, mate. Good content. Thank you, Aussie, mate. Appreciate you, mate. Anyone got any questions before I jump off? Any? How much are the BKFC tickets? Where's it at? So the BKFC will be at Newcastle, the one I'm fighting at. I'm not quite sure how much the tickets are going to be, but it's going to be at Newcastle. Gareth did say he's seen 5 of you. I know. But do you know what? I caught him with a belter, and it was like, it was here at the side. You know, I sort of, when I hit him, it was like the side of the head here, so he obviously didn't see it coming, and it definitely connected, definitely 100% connected, and it was a belt of a shot, and it felt sweet as well. As I come over the top, boom, it felt sweet as I hit him. Autistic man, God bless, brother. Danny Greenberg, good evening, mates. Hope your family are good. All good, brother, all good. Thanks for asking. What a nice lad, top chat. Thank you, Jeff. Yeah, he was a nice lad, mate, top lad he was. Got all the time in the world for Gareth. Beautiful family, beautiful man. Got he's morally intact, and he's got a good head on his shoulders. Honestly, massive respect to him. Massive respect to him. Need to stop these. John O. Chip Chase, there you go, brother. This is the man who got the best footage for me. Big shout out to John O. Killer, God of War. Don't call him the God of War for nothing. Looking forward to you and Robbie fight, mate. I think it's going to be a stellar of a fight. Yeah. How many Palmos have you had since last Saturday? No comment. No comment. I've had a week off and I've been eating some serious shit. Jesus Christ. Look at that, boys and girls. Jesus Christ. Well, that's what you call a week off. Bosh. Looking like Dodgy Dave. Big shout out to Dodgy Dave, by the way, guys. If you like your vape, try Dinner Ladies Lemon Tart. All the best. It's the best. I'll give it a go. The smile says it all. Casey, you know that, mate. Will Gareth be fighting on again on Street Beast? Yeah, well, I've just asked him that. He said he'll fight again on Street Beast, which is, you know, a massive pleasure to have him back on. Bandog, good evening, mate. Good evening. I've got another minute or two, guys. If anyone's got any questions or wants to ask me anything before I jump off. No, that'll do then, guys. Big love. Appreciate each and every person that's tuned in, each and every person that's commented. We've got some new members tonight as well, and I'm sure we had super chat as well. Someone donated, so thank you very much, guys. It's all love and respect. Really appreciate it. Big shout out to Gareth Hayes for jumping on tonight. Massive respect to him. God bless. Take care, guys.